All right. Hey guys, welcome to Sobriety Sundays. It's your boy Abdurrahman. We're here with,
Mohammed Amin.
and we welcome you back. First and foremost, I want to apologize real quick. We were supposed to, do another one in December, but you know how life go, man. You know what I'm saying? Got a little busy. Today again, we're not here with Khadr. That boy had a haircut, so Khadr, when you see this man,
A
you know what I'm
haircut is
saying?
crazy.
Yeah, you know, man, you gotta look clean. You feel me?
Nah, I don't blame him.
Yeah,
I'd have been right there.
man, I was outside. He was like, "Yo, my barber's still coming, and Thunder is leaving tomorrow, so we had to do this today." Inshallah, let's just jump right into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Muhammad.
All right. So my name is Mohammed Amin. I grew up in Nebraska. I was born over, like the little rundown. I was born like everybody else back in Kismayo.
Okay.
Moved here to the States when I was about 4. Lived in Minnesota all the way up until the 4th grade.
Okay.
Stayed actually out in Burnsville.
Okay.
And then my mom and them wanted to pack up, move down to the Nebraska because we had family down there.
Yep.
And she was, like scared of me getting into,
That type of lifestyle and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. She was just scared of like how everything break down in the cities. You
Yep.
know, I honestly didn't peep how dangerous it was till I moved back. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, these niggas wild.
Crazy.
But it is what it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I lived down there till about a year and a month ago.
Okay.
Because I sobered up actually on my birthday.
Okay.
My last drink was the day before my birthday
Okay.
at 11 o'clock.
Right before the birthday.
Yeah. I don't know if so the liquor store closed at 10. So
Okay.
like I had to go
Grab it before.
Yeah, make my last little mission, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I came to peace with myself.
Okay.
I lived in Nebraska. I went to high school there. I went to elementary school there. I went to middle school there, and then I went to college there.
Yeah.
Went to the University of Nebraska, Omaha.
Okay.
Got a like my little degree and stuff in finance.
Okay.
Worked at TD Ameritrade.
Okay.
Worked there for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then ended up leaving. And my mom, this is like smack dab in the midst of my shit. So like when it really got bad.
Okay.
She thought the best idea was to open a hawala, get them out the city.
Yeah.
And so my first time being independent, like really independent, because when you go to college in your own city, you're not really like
Yeah.
you're not leaving the crib. Really.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you still have that sense of comfortability.
Yeah.
And so I opened up a Hawala in Lincoln, moved in with a buddy of mine, and stayed there. And then was making my little chicken and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it was let's just say that I came into too much money at the wrong time, if that makes sense.
I know exactly what you're talking about, man.
Yeah,
You're thumbing through that paper and you already got your, DOC. You're gonna
and then
make it worse.
On top of that,
Yeah.
is dealing with cash. So
Yeah.
like really sitting there, it was just a whole detrimental system in and of itself.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. You don't judge a man on his mistakes. You judge
Yep.
him on his response to them.
100%.
For sure. And so I took I kind of wanted to sober up about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I went into a treatment center. My insurance plan at the time had a $5,000 copay.
Yep.
Mom's dropped the 5 bands on me to clean up.
Yeah.
I was in there 30 days.
Yeah.
That shit was like a 30-day vacation. I got out, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks later, I'm back in the same shit.
Yeah.
10 times worse. You know how that go.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you get a little lick of sobriety.
Yeah.
Like when you're trying to sober up, that initial like when you had them thoughts like, all right, yeah, this I gotta make something shake. You know what I mean?
100%.
Because my life is unmanageable. It's not.
Yeah.
It's at a point where I can't sustain my drug of choice
Yeah.
and abide by the cultural normalities that our parents instill in us.
Yeah.
So, you know, I chose one or the other eventually.
Yeah.
Hoya actually tricked me when I moved up here. She said you're gonna go visit your uncle. I
Yeah.
said, all right, bet. Like how long I'm gonna be down there? We going out for the weekend.
Yeah.
Mind you, Abhega he's a truck driver, so he
Yeah.
was home that weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to see him for sure.
Yeah.
She
So I
went-
might as well just go up to
I
Minnesota.
might as
Yeah.
well just go.
Yeah.
She. I was on a 2-week bender. She tracked me down through my friends. That should show how much a mother really love their kids.
Yeah. 100%.
For sure. But
Yeah.
at the same time, not to take away or anything, but like a lot of our parents don't realize how much they really enable us
Yeah.
in those situations.
Yeah.
Because Hoyde, mind you, she has a dukan, and we have a machayed back in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yep.
So you know, like decent amount of chicken. So she making a little bit of bread, and so whenever I would ask for stuff, it was just all right. Yeah, on a gay go away. Like
Yeah.
this is my son.
Give you the money,
Go
yeah.
ahead. If I would come to her saying, you know, like I got this guy I owe $800 because I couldn't sustain my cocaine
Or whatever, yeah.
addiction, and I don't know what he's gonna do to me.
Yeah.
She'd be like, all right,
Here you go.
Here you go.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing. I'd rather spend $800 than to have you in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like if I could really interject real quick, I feel like a really big thing, you know, with a lot of parents is first and foremost when it comes to addiction, they're really misinformed. They don't really know a lot.
Yeah,
I shouldn't
for
even
sure.
say misinformed. I should say uninformed. They really don't know a lot about addiction. And so when it comes down to it, especially, I feel like over the past like 3-4 years, death has been imminent and very much so linked to like addiction.
Yeah.
Right, when it comes to like overdoses or, you know, people getting into all these different types of situations. And so because of that, you know, like a lot of parents maybe 10-15 years ago when it came to addiction, they were very, very you know, tough, very big on tough love. You know, where they would you know, okay, you know, Hana Subina say you want to choose this life, get out. You know what I mean?
Bro,
But
I behave it to a T.
exactly, you feel me? So like that was a big thing. But then as time went on, it was like they started to realize how deep addiction was and how prevalent it is in our communities. So there's all these kids, you know what I'm saying, getting kicked out, ended up dying on the street, ended up getting into, you know, all these different situations, you know what I'm saying, going to jail or whatever it may be. And so a lot of parents, you know, end up unintentionally enabling their kids because of the fact of the matter that they're so worried for them. You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
And so it's like they don't really mean to, but they do it because they're like, oh damn, I'd rather do this. I'd rather have my child, you know, use inside my house instead of them, you know, using outside or end up dead on the street or something like that. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like me personally,
Yeah.
I think that I would have cleaned up my act a while back if my mom would have just went with what my dad wanted to do. But
Yeah.
I also could be dead, so I don't know.
Who knows?
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I love Hoyde to death, and I don't think she was coming. She's coming from a place of love for sure.
Yeah.
There's no question about that.
100%.
100%. There's nothing that a mother won't do for their child.
100%.
No questions asked.
Yeah.
That's without. You don't even gotta. What's known don't gotta be spoken upon.
Big facts.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, information is key.
Yeah.
And that's where the bridge between Somali parents and their, not even just Somali parents though, I'm saying like immigrant parents in general, like the bridge between the parents and their kids is the fact that all day long, me as a child that was born not born here but raised in America, I'm living in abiding by cultural normalities and societal normalities for 8 to 12 hours a day, and then coming home and then having to abide by my
Yeah,
parents'
it's like a
culture.
double world.
Yeah, like bro, it's literally an identity crisis. No questions asked. And then on top of that, we as people don't want to be black sheep. Nobody wants to be an outcast. Everybody wants to be liked. Mind you, I personally had a very, very strong sense of self. I didn't use till I was 21.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
So can we go a little bit deep into this? Because I really want to, you know, ask you this question, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so you talked a little bit about your recovery and stuff.
Yeah.
How did you fall into, you know what I mean, you know, your addiction?
I mean, how does anybody fall into it?
It's fact.
It's that one time you finally say yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't think that I intentionally wanted to take Molly. I don't think I intentionally wanted to be a cokehead. I don't think that I like intentionally sat there and was like, all right, like this is what I'm gonna wake up and do tomorrow.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I welcomed alcohol into my life on my 21st birthday,
Yeah.
and it was really just curiosity more than anything else. Mind you, I had a whole bunch of homies. You know what I mean? I'm one of those people that it took me a long time to realize this, but like I thought that everybody.
Can we really real quick?
All right, bet.
It was I don't know if you heard the
I heard it a little bit.
yeah, my bad.
But it took me a long time to realize the difference between homies, like people that's actually your friends,
Yeah.
and acquaintances.
100%.
Especially in the drug community, because you know, like nigga, everybody your homie.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody.
Hey, you my brother, yeah.
You got it. Everybody gonna want to kick it with you.
Hey, yeah, man, that's just what it come with, though.
Hey,
you feel me?
For sure.
I feel like a lot of people also do that, and I don't think that it's not genuine. It's just people just want to be loved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially in a world where like people look down on addicts and people dealing with addiction or whatever it may be.
That's a whole deeper conversation.
So it's like now you find people you relate to, so you just want to be loved by them.
Yeah. You know? And the drug community gonna accept you at all times.
Exactly.
No questions asked.
Yeah.
Nigga, they
Unless you broke.
No background.
There ain't nobody pulling up on you.
Hey, you be surprised what people do to get money though.
Yeah, it's facts.
Hey.
If you with another nigga that ain't got nothing, then now both of y'all got a prerogative to get money.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And all it takes is
Yeah.
a nigga who's itching.
Yeah.
And can't get nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, you gonna get it somehow.
Hey, there's a will or a way.
For sure.
You know.
Make it or take it.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. But anyway, me personally, I didn't drink till my 21st birthday.
Okay.
I jumped into it. I took 21 shots on my 21st birthday.
21 shots.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, yo, let's stop there real quick, bro.
Hey.
I dibbled and dabbled with alcohol. I didn't really super. With me it was like I was more of like a pill type of person.
Yeah.
But like when I would drink, the only thing that I hated was like I would completely black out.
Yeah.
Off of a couple shots, not even like I done did more than like I remember one time I drank like half a bottle just straight up.
Yeah.
And I would just drink, throw up, I'll drink, and then I just completely black out. I don't remember anything from the rest of the day. The next day I wake up, I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on? I would have like little different parts where I would remember, but I'd completely black out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when you was drinking, did you mix in the pills?
Yeah, I did that like once with Xanax.
Yeah.
Xanax.
Yo, hey, it takes. It's
crazy.
If you take a Xan,
Yeah.
and you take a shot,
Yeah.
that's like the equivalent to you taking
OD.
10 shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could OD like that too. I heard it can like really like it will like you basically not breathe. Yeah.
It fucks with your liver enzymes too. Man,
that's crazy. Yeah.
I mean,
Did it once.
It is what it is.
I just remember every like couple hours I would just remember something like it's like, but then the whole time I'm awake. Like the homies is telling me, yo, you active, you doing this and you doing that. And I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about?
I so like me personally, I jumped into. Actually, I'm glad you brought up pills because so like us as a society, like when it comes to Somali people, we don't take mental health seriously. You know
100%.
What I mean? It's when I told Hoya that, Hoya, I kind of got a drinking problem. Like just really, me and my Hoya are very close.
Yep.
Very, very close. That's my best friend, no questions. When I came out and well like I didn't want to tell her that I was drinking. I came home blacked out. This girl I was talking to didn't want to deal with me no more that night, so she dropped me off at my mom's crib.
Why you lit?
Yeah, that's so disrespectful.
Oh man, yeah.
Hey,
I used to get mad at homies do that type of stuff. Yeah.
Hey, don't do that at all. I don't, bro. Hey, one thing about me is I'm the oldest of 7. I don't want none of my siblings seeing
knowing anything. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna deal with my demons by myself.
Outside of the crib. Yeah.
For sure, no question. But anyway, when I like to say that my drug of choice is alcohol in and of itself. Alcohol was my main drug of choice, and then everything else was subsidiary. So like
Yeah.
it was stuff that was
You
that
would mix in
I would,
with.
yeah, I would use because I was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I'd never wake up in the morning and be like, all right, you know what? Let me find some Molly. Like,
Mm-hmm.
nah,
So you do it while you was drunk.
yeah, I was gonna find some Molly to drink later on with the homies. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, that's how it be. But you know, when I started, when I really think my addiction started in and of itself is with Adderall. So like when I got to college, I was 18 years old. Finally, old enough to go to the doctor by myself. Mom's, you know, like I done been diagnosed with
ADHD?
some sort of attention deficit disorder. I don't know where on the spectrum I lie with that. You know, I obviously I can deal with my life now. I work as a billing specialist in a closed door pharmacy. So like big turnaround in my life. But at the time I thought, you know, maybe this is why I'm struggling in school. It was really because I wasn't like applying myself. But you know, when I got on the Addies, hey yo,
Got you.
hey, my grades went from like a 2.2 to like a 3.6. But at the same time, that was like I could feel myself starting to abuse it because I would take what I was normally prescribed for, you know, like 5 days out the week, and then I had a little rule I wouldn't take it on the weekends just to like make sure I wasn't chemically dependent. Then I started taking it 7 days a week. Then I started doubling up when I felt like I was building a tolerance. Then I started tripling up. I was damn near taking like 120 grams of that shit a day. And if I run out of my 120, bro, I get like 30 milligrams to the day prescribed to me. So like the rest
That's
of
times
it,
4. That's crazy.
The rest of it got to come somewhere else.
Yeah.
So like I was sitting there buying them up. You know, all the white homies got it, no questions.
Yeah.
Like, hey, they parents done had them on. They probably got like bottles of.
Oh, in the Canada and stuff.
Yeah, just holding on to it.
Yeah,
But
man.
I really think that's where my addiction started.
Yeah.
And then alcohol. And then when I found out you could mix alcohol and Adderall.
Oh yeah. I used to do the Adderall with the bars.
Yeah.
So what I would do is sometimes I would take Xanax, and I would take the Xanax and mix it with the Adderall.
Yeah.
And as I would do that, I remember I would be like in and out of like, and then I'll get, and then I'll sleep. Yeah, man, it was crazy.
Balling.
That shit was crazy, man. Oh my god.
Hey, bro, you know that's damn near. So like,
I heard you can get heart problems with that
you
shit.
can get heart palpitations. I have numbness in these two fingers right here from taking so much Adderall and Vyvanse when I was younger.
Man, yeah.
I got to deal with that for the rest of my life. It's called Rayner's disease.
Rayner's disease.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, it is what it is. Some days is a little bit harder. Other days is cool.
But you can still use the fingers though.
I can still use my fingers.
You just don't feel nothing.
You know when you go outside and it's really cold out.
Yeah, and you feel it. You don't feel it in these two.
That's how this is right here all the time.
Oh.
No questions.
Okay.
Yeah, and I still hoop.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Bill told me you was a hooper.
Yeah, I'm retired. I'm old.
Okay, so let's get deeper into this, because you know the thing is, first and foremost, I think that alcohol dependency and alcoholism is something that is very, very controversial in a way, because it's something that's also used very much recreationally. You know what I mean? Everywhere, everywhere in the world. So it's like when you think about it, just a little to get in is like, a lot of people think drinking is normal, which is okay, because I know some people that drink, right? On occasional.
It's a cultural normality.
Exactly. But then I do also have friends or people that I know, man, they drink every day. They drink in the morning, drink at night, and they think it's okay. It's like, bro, like, nigga, this is not pills, bro. They be like, yo, Abdurrahman, bro, like, it's like the same shit you was doing. So, like, I don't know, don't talk to me about that. You know what I mean? So, like.
See, my thing is this, though. I hate people who, like, all right, like, I got a couple homies that sobered up, right? Quote, unquote. But they still use, but it's just stuff that is by societal standards deemed okay. Yeah. And just because you're California sober doesn't mean you're sober, my guy.
Oh yeah, that's the whole term. Yeah. I feel like with me, I honor all pathways to recovery. You feel me?
For
The way
sure.
I see it is
never,
like,
I'm not
yeah.
saying I would knock anybody for
Yep.
if you get to the point where your life is manageable, you won.
Yeah, 100%.
You won.
Yeah,
Hey, you
I
won.
salute a nigga, man. If you
Hey,
beat that demon, you know what I mean?
Hey, it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You could take one day at a time.
100%.
Any progression is better
Than not just being stagnant.
Yeah,
Or
for
even
sure.
like, yeah. Mhm.
And you know the motto. The goal is progression, not perfection.
Mm-hmm.
But it, like at the same time, it's just they sit here and I hate people that contradict themselves. That's the thing that I don't like. So like me personally, since I've sobered up, there's a lot of redeeming traits that I've gotten back. You know, you give up your morals, your ethics, you give up a lot of things
Hell yeah.
when you take on that lifestyle of
Just
addiction.
sacrifice, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And mind you, when you're going into it, you don't think that that's what you're giving up. Nobody thinks that's what you're giving up. But you're giving up a lot of things. Like you're giving up things that you normally wouldn't do of sound mind. It's just something that's normal to you while you're fucked up, which is okay. That is what it is. But don't come to to speak about it and then be sitting there promoting sobriety and you going home and drinking your shit away.
100%.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
If you feel like you need a drug in order to deal with your emotions,
Yeah.
that's where the issue lies. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I mean by sobriety. Like
Yeah.
like me personally, when I first sobered up, I thought I could take up gather. Like I thought I could
Just smoke some weed.
Yeah,
It's just a little weed, you know what I'm saying?
I could smoke a little weed.
Yeah.
I just felt myself that addict
Slipping
mind.
right back to it.
Slipping right back. It's like damn, I could probably just take a drink. Like it's just
Because it takes you to it. And the way I see it is like, bro, so let's say you on a diet,
Yeah.
right? Let's say right now I'm trying to lose some weight, but why? Go ahead, so bro, I just love brownies.
Yeah.
Brownies is my shit.
Yeah.
Now, bro, let's say I'm on a diet and it's a strict diet. I can't touch no sugar. I know that right now if I touch sugar, I'm done, right?
Yeah.
But I tell myself, right, you know what, today I'm gonna eat a cookie.
Yeah.
It's just a cookie. It's sweet.
Yeah.
But nigga, if I eat a cookie today and I eat a cookie tomorrow and I eat a cookie the next day, you know what I'm gonna eat the fourth day?
Another one.
The brownie.
Ah.
Cause nigga, I'm already eating the cookie.
Yeah, you're just building up.
So what I'm gonna tell myself is, nigga, it's just a brownie. I'm already eating a cookie.
See,
I built up a time. That's cool. If so long as I'm still in the gym,
yeah.
what I'm gonna do? Eat
can't-
a brownie.
you can't
Now it's gonna be counterproductive. Imagine if the brownie.
You can't outwork a bad diet.
You feel me?
You can't outwork a bad diet.
You feel me? So that's how it is. That's how I see it. So like, it's like at the end of the day, and I don't knock nobody. Like I just want to say that real quick because when it comes to, you know what I mean, recovery, there's all pathways to recovery. And at the end of the day, my nigga, if you beat your demon, I salute you. You know what I mean? But I see it as it's just game for some people at the end of the day. Because I know some people, honestly, truly, who, you know what I'm saying, we both were addicted to fentanyl together. You know what I mean? And now I'm stone cold sober, but the homie, he smoke weed, right? Or another homie, he drink.
See, I got
you know
a
what I
homie,
mean?
I got a homie who's sober that smoke weed.
But he still
he can smoke weed though.
Yeah.
Like he I swear to God, this man he got some rules to it. So like he won't smoke until nighttime.
Yep.
Like before bedish.
Yep.
He won't smoke if he has anything to do that day.
Yep.
He won't smoke if he won't smoke by himself.
Yeah.
So it's like a whole bunch
Man, but
of
that shit is
parameters.
such a hard thing to maintain.
I understand
because it's
that.
like when you have that addictive mindset, man.
You're gonna look for that instant gratification.
Oh my God!
every
Because it's like
single time.
it's so hard to maintain and manage. Where it's like at the end of the day, so it's like it's easier to just let it all go than to try to just, you know what I'm saying, finesse the system.
Especially when you start. So like me, I've gotten to the point where I'm starting to see more than just a physical change. Like my mentality in and of itself 100%. Is so much clearer after a year. Bro, you know how much you really see when you like sober up. Especially when it comes to like ties with people. Like damn. Like so like my dad used to say when I was a kid, he'd tell us like, you can't mess with everybody 360.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I that would always go over my head. Like I just didn't understand it. It'd be like you can't rock with everybody the same exact way. I might trust you when it comes to money, but I probably wouldn't trust you with my kids.
100%.
See, like, hey, it's those little things. And I was like, damn, I don't really get that. But like now that I'm
over
older,
time, you
now that
peep
I'm
game,
older and I'm sober, I'm like, damn, y'all niggas really, this is what y'all do, like on the daily. Like I mean, hey, to each their own. You know what I mean? I'm the same when it comes to not knocking people. Everybody got their vices.
Yeah, 100%.
Everybody got their vices.
It just switches.
It just flips. Like me personally, when I sobered up, my I used to be bulimic. My bulimia flared up bad. Like I was sitting there. I damn near got dual diagnosed. They wanted to send me to an eating disorder facility.
Really quick, for the niggas that, you know what I'm saying, like me.
Yeah.
What's bulimic?
Bulimic is all right.
What the hell that shit is, man?
Bulimic is when you overeat, when you binge eat, and then you throw up.
Okay.
You make yourself throw up.
Yeah, man, that was me too, low key. When I first got sober, I would eat a lot.
Because you had body dysmorphia.
I was like, skinny as hell.
Yeah, maybe that's
it's like 130.
Yeah.
So I used to force feed myself, bro.
Yeah.
I would eat a lot. And then I gained too much weight, and then that's when I started hitting the gym.
So the rule is, this is what I learned in I actually sat in on an eating disorder meeting one time. They taught us that you're supposed to eat up to 80% of like what your stomach's capacity.
Okay.
Don't fill yourself up.
Yeah.
Because when you fill yourself up, that's when you get nauseous. It's like a chemical imbalance in your brain. Same thing with like with addiction for sure.
Yep.
But sitting there and sitting in on a couple of those meetings, I was like, damn, I all this shit ties back into
to that addictive,
to the same thing. It's the same mindset. It's the same, like it's really sitting there, getting back to the basics, getting back to yourself, getting back to your deen, getting back to who you are as a person. Mind you, I was 21 years before I even touched alcohol. I'm 26 now.
Yeah.
I sobered up when I was 25. They say as men, our prefrontal cortex fully develops when you're 25. That's the part of your brain that is all about decision making. So a right or wrong decision.
Yeah, think about it, man. Before I was 20, I just turned 25.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks ago. But before that, man, I think about like when I was 19, 20, and I look back at how I am now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You know, I used to do some shit. I was talking to the homie about this the other day, man. We was talking about all the stupid shit we used to do. And we just looking back at it, and I was like, yo, how the hell did we even have the balls to do half this shit? I'm looking like, yo.
It doesn't seem like rational thinking, like, at all. I used to do the same stupid shit. Like,
yeah, you look at it like, what? Did I really do that, nigga? Nah.
Bro, I would never want anyone to meet me how I was back then.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you know, ela hammer kisa, of course, but if all goes according to plan, nobody ever will have to.
Exactly.
For sure.
So let me ask you a question, man, just moving forward, man. Like, when was the moment that you realized, yo, this is a problem for me? Especially because I just wanted, like I was tapping in on it earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Alcohol is something that is socially accepted, right? So, man, like, when did you really realize? Because I feel like it's different for like perks or like bars or like just pills in general, where already like you see people that just don't look that already look down on it. Yeah. The people that probably don't look down, the people that only people that probably don't look down on it are the niggas that's doing it.
Yeah.
Right. So like when you look at even like the people that you was around, like I remember I started doing pills, like the homies that was smoking was like, nigga, you tripping. You feel me? Like the people in my family, yeah, you tripping. Everybody around me, you tripping. But like what I feel like is with the alcohol, I mean, outside of like the Somali community, but even within the Somali community, I feel like even nowadays is a lot more socially acceptable.
I could have easily stepped away from the Somali community.
And you still, and everybody's cool with it.
Everybody would have been good with it.
Yeah, so like, when was the time period? What was that moment where you just realized, damn, this is a problem?
All right. When I wanted to sober up.
Yeah.
So I had three trips to the psych ward.
Yeah.
Where I was held on 3-day holds because I was, mentally unstable. Try to off myself about 3 times. Each time didn't work. It was all some bullshit. Like the first time I tried to off myself, I tried to hang myself off the second story balcony.
Yeah.
When I was still living away from Hoya, so like nowhere near. None of my family would have had to see it.
Yeah.
And the rope snapped, or not the rope, but the wire snapped like just broke down. I was too fat.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I can laugh about it now. I'm one of those people that like laughs about trauma and shit.
That's cool. That's cool.
My coping mechanism.
Oh yeah.
But I had 3 different trips to the psych ward, and the first trip, this is when I wanted to sober up. The first trip, Abba Hager was in Ohio. He's a truck driver.
Yeah.
He drove 16 hours to be the first person to see me when visiting hours started. Mind you, me and my dad have never been close. It's always been, the
tough love.
The it's not even tough love. It's the societal normality, right, the cultural normality that Somali parents have when it comes to offering financial support versus emotional support.
100%.
So me and my dad never saw eye to eye. It was always, Timahaga Jega, like little. I know Abheg loves me to death, no question.
But he wouldn't show that emotion.
That showed it right there. He came to me and we had a real conversation. He cried like, bro, that I literally tear up every time I think about that. But that's one of those like key moments that like is definitely the reason why I'm sober now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I still have my little vices. I was still fighting at the time.
Yeah. And
it took me a little bit, like 6-7 months before I finally said, all right. It took me 6-7 months, 2 DUIs and
some change,
a little bullshit along the way before I really sobered up. But that was my defining. That was my dad,
definite moment.
Yeah, my dad driving 15 hours. I didn't even think the nigga liked me. Like, drive 15 hours for somebody you don't like. There's no way. Yeah, I'm not doing that. But Abhig showed up. We had a conversation. He teared up with me in a psych ward. I'm sitting here in all Goonies. Niggas wouldn't even let me have shoelaces.
Yeah, be like that. Yeah,
it is what it is. You know. And after that, I was like, okay, something's got to change. I can't keep doing this. But at the same time, knowing that, I still couldn't kick it though. Like it took me a whole 7 months me to total my brand new car, and sit there and like it. I got my second DUI after being here for 2 weeks. I got my second DUI, actually not even in my own car, and I was parked. Yeah, I got my second DUI parked.
The ignition was on.
Ignition was on. I was arguing with my cousin because I kept telling him he was too drunk to drive. Two drunk niggas in the car arguing about who drunker is funny as hell.
Yeah, you drunker, I gotta drive.
And it's crazy because we was at the spot we was going to. But anyway, it's La Hammerkisa for sure. Yeah, that was the spot where I was in county here in Hennepin. And I was in a pickle suit too, because that's the green, that's the thing that they put over you, right? They tricked the hell out of me, nigga. They said
it's a straight jacket, right?
Yeah, it's a straight jacket. Yeah. No undies, nothing, bro. Like, niggas playing with you, bro. They sat there. They was like, have you had any suicidal ideations in the past 6 months? I'm like, nigga, hell yeah. Yeah. And then I thought they were asking if I was suicidal in the past 6 months. Yeah. These niggas asking like, are you just suicidal in general? No. Yeah. Like, they put me in a pickle suit and I was just sick for like 2 days.
Can't even move.
And I can't get my drug of choice, so I'm really sitting in it with the shakes bad, and they're not giving me they're not gonna give you anything.
No comfort meds, because it's a psych ward. It's not a detox.
Yeah, no. This wasn't a psych ward. This is county here.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you were locked up in the DUI? Yeah. They don't really. It depends on the county, but you talking about Hennepin?
Hennepin.
Oh, really? Yeah. I know that they. So Hennepin County, I know that they offer like.
The doctor got to see you. It was the weekend.
The doctor. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they give it out when the doctor comes see you. I think it come like Tuesday and Thursday or something like that. Yeah. And they'll give you the meds after the doctor prescribes it to you, but they won't let you get it unless the doctor prescribes it. And that's something that's new actually over the past like 3 years. Yeah. Because when I get locked up behind Hennepin County, I have withdrawals. Homie's like, nah, they don't give that out here.
So Librium is the drug that they normally give when you're detoxing.
Yeah.
That's a very slippery slope. It's a benzodiazepine.
Okay.
So it's in that same class of like Xanax. Yeah. All that. So like
you. So you don't have a seizure and shit.
You don't want to sit there and give an alcoholic
benzo.
Yeah, because now what if he gets stuck on benzos when he get out?
Exactly. Yeah.
It'll be even worse.
Yeah.
But there's protocols though. Like it's something that I need because I was literally when I got out of there. Mm-hmm. So I told myself this is mind you, this is 4 days before my birthday, before I turned 25. I sat there and I was telling myself, you know, Elijah, if this is the first time I've prayed in a long time.
Yeah.
I was sitting there praying like all 5 salahs, no questions. People only ever pray when they
need something.
Yeah, for sure. But that's something I'm working on now.
100%.
But when I was sitting there and when I was sitting there in county, I prayed to Allah and I said, if you let me out before my birthday, I promise you I'll never touch a liquor again in my life. Got out, drank for 2 days and then
Made that decision,
and then sobered up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got out at 4 in the morning because my mom had some sort of connection to a lawyer up here, and he called the judge.
Okay.
At 2 in the morning to get me out.
You a man of your word.
Yeah.
You a man of your word, bro. You better man than me.
Yeah.
I did that a lot of times. I'm not even gonna lie, and it's not even like a flex or something, but
yeah.
I remember how many times I done did that when I was in county, bro, and I would just see some miracles happen. Where I would be like, I would pray, Allah, please get me out of here. Not going, and then the addiction get a hold of you.
Yeah.
I'll probably be sober a couple of days and then go right back to it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? A homie hit me up, or
I
find some shit in my room.
All it really takes is that one, homie or person that hit you up, and you finally, you might have had a bad day that day.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that. And all it takes is that one little slip, and then you right back in that spiraling abyss of just nothingness.
100%.
And I mean, like, it really that's one thing. I'm glad you said that, actually. Yeah. That's one thing I've taken back is my word.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing to have. I'm not gonna lie.
100%.
I can sit there and really tell people something and know I can back it up.
100%.
Simple as that.
That's facts. Yeah. I feel like with addiction, it just takes so much from you.
Yeah, you're losing your morals and ethics.
Everything, man. I used to lie so much.
It's crazy.
I would lie about bullshit.
I've been hanging.
You just get so accustomed to lying, you lie about whatever.
Yeah, my mom, bro. I still deal with that. It's the white lies. The lie. That's one thing I'm trying to work on.
Really, it's just like, honesty and shit.
Yeah, it's just like, am I really? Because another thing my dad used to say. He said, when you sit there and you lie to someone, that means that you're afraid of them, because you're afraid of their reaction.
Big facts.
Why would I be afraid of another man?
Big facts.
Hey,
yeah, that's what really pushes people to do the truth.
Bruh.
Yeah, say the truth. That's what pushes a lot of people to say the truth during that. Like with me, myself, sharing my story, I feel like that was one of the biggest things. Was like I was like, yo, I should not care what anybody else thinks of me. Yeah. I'll just say whatever I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm at the I don't give a fuck stage. I don't really care. Yeah, because like I'm good with me, and I made my amends.
100%.
I really sat there.
So why should you care about what anybody else got to think? I made that bet for myself.
I made my financial amends. I made my amends when it comes to close relationships I lost during addiction.
Yep.
I have a best friend back in Omaha.
Yeah.
Bro, I promise you, she would sit here and try to get me to make some sort of a push, some sort of a change for years. Her and my other best friend Kobe, bro, I swear to God, they really sat here and would like really try to help me. You know what I mean? And every time I would sit there and I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. You know what I mean? All right, yeah. Or I would sit there and give them a lot of false promises, and that's what would piss them off more than anything. Yeah, it's like, oh man, you don't have to lie to me. I already like you as a homie. You know what I mean? Like, and this is real friends, like real people, and I would sit there and I'd brush it off, and I'd be like, all right, yeah. I'll be all right. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta worry about me. Yeah. Whole time I'm sitting here slowly killing myself. Yeah. And they see it. They see it cause we'll get home from the bars and stuff, and it'd be 2 a.m. I'm not the only one being like, all right, let's pour something else up. You know what I mean? Let's continue drinking. Y'all trying to play drinking game. It's 2 a.m. Yeah. You go to bed. Yeah. Ain't nobody here with you. Go to sleep. Yeah. I'll see you in the morning, bro. We can go get breakfast or something. That's what they would hit me with. And I would sit there and I would continue to drink. Even if it came down to like I've definitely stolen a beer or two, or like some of the homies' liquor that was just there, like just while I was out. And I've sat there and I've made my amends with all that shit though. Like That is not who I am
anymore.
I know who I am.
100%.
I always have known who I am.
Yeah.
All sobriety brought me back to was
who you
myself, nothing else.
Big facts.
Hey,
Nobody can take that from you, bro.
oh yeah, for sure.
I really want to appreciate, let you know that I appreciate first and foremost you coming out and just talking to me and sharing a lot of like shit that happened to you and just like your past and what you've been through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like, bro, that's really hard. You know what I'm saying? Especially because I don't know if a lot of the viewers know. We just met, how long ago?
Shit, like probably like
Less than a month.
ago?
Yeah, like less than a month ago. You know what I mean? And so I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? So I want to ask you a couple questions before we wrap it up. And the first question I want to ask is, bro, what are three takeaways or three things that you did that made you to be who you are throughout your recovery? Like just three things that you had to do.
Keep showing up.
Okay.
That's one.
100%.
Keep showing up. It don't matter if you had a bad day. Everybody has a bad day.
Yeah.
Nigga, everybody got a sad story. Tighten up. You know what I mean? Like that's I would sit there and I don't mean to say that in a sense of like taken away from it's
from your trauma or whatever you've been through. It's
a chemical imbalance in your brain for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. There's no question about that. And for me to sit there and say it's willpower that pushed me through, it wasn't willpower. It was a great support system, and it was me sitting there and setting goals for myself. That's number two right there. I was set little goals like, all right, I got out of treatment. I was 260. All right, 260 is too big, nigga. I was like 170 in college. I was like, all right, something got to shake.
Yeah.
So start to lose weight. Hit the gym every day. Take care of yourself. Your sound body and mind go hand in hand. If you're not taking care of your body, your mind gonna be the same wreckage. And then number three, take the time to take care of your place as well. That was a big thing for me. I would sit there and you know your home, your car, all that, any sort of properties of your own,
it's a reflection of you.
Is a straight reflection of you.
Yeah,
my nigga. I was really on a rampage. My car used to be dirty as hell. My crib was dirty as hell, and I didn't care about none of that. I sit there. Anybody could come to my house at anything, you could pop up. I'll be good. I don't need 5 minutes to clean.
That's me right now.
Every morning.
I ain't even gonna hold you, gang. A lot. That's me right now.
I still make my bed to this day. No questions.
Man, so I got a brother that was in jail, man, and I got homies that are in jail, and they're so like tedious about everything. Yeah. And so like with me, that's not how I am. You know, so like throughout my addiction, and that's something I'm really working on right now, just organizational skills. Because that's something that's never been something that was a part of my life structure in general. Absent. You know what I mean? So with myself, that's something I'm really working on. And it wasn't until I was in therapy that I started learning about, you know, your surroundings are a reflection of yourself.
Ooh, can I add a fourth?
Yeah.
I still go to my therapist.
Come on. Come on.
Hey, I still go to my therapist, man. Hey, I graduated treatment probably like 5-6 months ago.
Yeah.
And I still go to the same therapist.
100%.
Her name's Rashida. I swear to God, amazing.
Yeah.
Also, the treatment center I went to, is it cool if I give them like a little shout out?
Yeah, if you want to.
Shout out North Star Treatment, North Star Regional. Please, if anybody's struggling with addiction and needs somewhere that is gonna give you a real structured plan before you get let out into the world. It took me 7 months to graduate. Okay. 7 months of sobriety before you're done. Is amazing. That's a great like little setup. You know what I mean? And they helped me find a job, helped me find all the little things. I got a pharmacy job, and then I got a bigger pharmacy job because of them.
100%. I mean?
So, yeah.
And so I want to ask you, just a little update on. Okay, so you talked about who you was, what you've been through, how you got to that. You know what I mean? How you got out of it. Who are you now? What are your goals and dreams, man? You know, I feel like a big thing that is really, bro, like being somebody that's went through addiction or somebody that's in recovery, it's almost as if we are defined just by our recovery. Yeah. You know, niggas don't really know what we up to or what we got going on or what you got planned. What do you got planned? You know, what are you trying to be? Who you are right now? What you got? You know, what's your goals for the future?
All right, so a little tidbit. I do dispatching for my dad right now. I've been doing that, like just on the side, helping out. and I want to make that into a business.
100%.
And monetize that, and then have that fund me making a culturally appropriate treatment center.
100%.
But my initial goal is to open a treatment center in general, like
Inshallah.
not necessarily make it culturally appropriate, but
Yeah.
have a wing eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I think that the lack of knowledge is what's struggling, is what's making the issue like so prevalent in our society. Mental health in and of itself has only become a precedent in the past 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
So at the same time, like our parents are immigrating over here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they don't really know about any of that. They're stuck in their old ways. So having someone sit there and explain it to them, that was my uncle, Abtike. His name's Abtehef. Bro, I swear to God, he sat here and he would get into it with my mom all the time, telling her, stop helping him, put him in a treatment center. Go do something different. Like, this isn't obviously working.
Try something else.
Yeah, try something else.
Yeah.
Like, Onaga, he's sick. He's not. If it broke down to how much he loved you, he would have quit years ago.
Yeah.
The first time he saw you when he was blacked out. It doesn't have to do with that. It's a chemical imbalance in his brain. He needs some sort of professional help. He can't do it on his own.
Yeah.
And that's what really like helped put the idea of a treatment center into place. Is a lot of these Somali people will lie more. What they're scared of more than anything is other people's opinion.
100%.
And that's so sad.
Yeah.
Wallahi, that's so sad. I don't think that's what my mom was. It was an issue for her personally, because she put me in a treatment center eventually. But at first, I nobody wants to sit there and have a black sheep of the family and how that get out. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be talked about in general. I don't want to be talked about.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if somebody talk about me, but I don't want to be talked about.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and so I understand. I'm very, very, very. I understand, and I'm sympathetic for it.
Yeah.
But what we need is for them to have a little bit of push, and be willing to come meet in the middle.
100%.
And we need people like you,
And people like you too.
for sure.
Sharing your story. So last thing I want to ask, man, is for somebody, there's somebody that's gonna be watching this.
Yeah.
Probably somebody that's struggling, somebody that's going through addiction, or somebody that's in our shoes right now that's in recovery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What is one advice that you can what's a takeaway? What is one advice that you can give to somebody that's struggling with addiction and in recovery? You know what I mean? To strengthen themselves and continue on to the path.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a big thing is like, you know what I mean? When somebody is going through addiction and they try to get those first steps to recovery, they think about all the things they lost. You talked about sacrifice, right? You sacrifice so much things during your addiction. And a lot of times people get dismotivated. You know what I mean? Disencouraged because of the struggles they might, or the hurdles they might have to overcome. And so what is one thing that you might tell, that you could tell, to the viewers right now?
All right. So one thing that really helped me.
Yeah.
There was this guy when I went to the treatment.
Yeah.
It was an older guy. It was an older black fella.
Yeah.
And he, for some reason, everybody here can't tell that I'm Somali. I don't know why. Everybody be telling me I look Mado, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
We had a conversation, and he told me, this is like his 20th treatment center he's been to in his entire life. He was 60 something years old, and he had 20 years sober before his last little relapse.
Yeah.
So it was a significant other that passed away, and God rest her soul. But he said that there's only one thing that's promised in life, and that's death. What you need to remember is you can choose how you end up dying. Do you want to die because you're dealing with all these demons that you refuse to do anything about, or do you want to die at least making some sort of a change?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just being good with yourself. Cause like me personally, I could have died during any of those points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I were to die tonight driving home, at least I died sober.
Yeah.
At least I died knowing my family knows they got their son back.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing you really got to remember, people come and go. Money comes and goes. Right, your life is not forever at all.
Those struggles finna leave.
Yeah, those struggles finna leave. Hard times do not last. Tough people do, for sure.
Yeah, man. Ola, I want to thank you again, bro, for coming on, man.
Sure.
I really appreciate you sharing. And inshallah, we can put your socials right here if you want people to see your socials. If not, that's cool.
Yeah.
But you want to tell people your socials?
I can put my socials on there.
Yeah, no, we're gonna put it on. So just tell people, yeah.
So if anybody wants to follow me on IG, it's at Amin Steezy.
All right, yeah, and so we'll write that also right there. So, you know what I'm saying? But just because we didn't really introduce Sobriety Sundays for the new viewers, Sobriety Sunday is a pilot project that is meant to cover topics of addiction and recovery within. I'll do this one more time. But Sobriety Sundays is a pilot project initiated to cover the stories of recovering Muslims in the Muslim community. And so, again, I want to thank you again, bro. Well, I appreciate you.
For sure.
Inshallah, we stay in contact. And, you know, maybe in a year from now, you can come back and just update us about your recovery journey as well.
Say less.
You know what I mean? Because there's not a lot of people that are willing to talk about this.
Really?
So we might just do check-ins.
I don't understand that at all.
I don't know, man. I know a lot of people that are in recovery, especially in comparison to like the past few years. There's also always newcomers, people that are in recovery. But it's like a big thing is like really a lot. It's a very hard topic to talk about, and I give that to people, especially given the stigma within the community. It's a hard thing to talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
you got to battle cultural normalities.
Yeah.
one at a time.
And plus, too, nigga, you're not from here. You know what I mean? A lot of my viewers from Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if this was in Nebraska.
I still would have did it.
Yeah, see,
But
that's
also,
how, you feel me?
Like I said, though,
Yeah.
I'm at that I don't give a fuck stage. of
Yeah,
my life.
exactly.
I could care less.
No, that's the exact way you're supposed to do. But you know, a lot of people, it's much harder for them. You know what I mean? To
Yeah,
each
for
their
sure.
own. You know what I mean? But well, I really appreciate you coming out here, and you're gonna help out a lot of people. Just sharing your story.
Yeah, anything you need, man.
Inshallah. So thank you. We're gonna cut it there. Assalamu alaikum, guys. You did amazing. You did fucking amazing, bro.
Yeah.